Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places. Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Traders Point High School as we bring you high school basketball on this Tuesday night. Traders Point looking for their second win of the year. They come into this one at 1-2 on the season. They'll be hosting the Mustangs of Fountain Central. Fountain Central in the young year at 1-1 so far through their first two games. High school basketball on IndianaSRN is brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is the leading equipment dealer and has been since 1955. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Piper Logistics, your trusted logistics partner since 1994. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else? They have the largest selection of food made from scratch and fairly priced. Highway Safety Services. They're an MBE, DBE company and has been for 60 years in combined experience in traffic control and pavement markings in Indiana. And the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day with updated news from coast to coast. Log on to IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. Great to have you with us tonight. It's going to be a cold night coming up later tonight. But, Kevin, there's no doubt about it. Two teams here this evening need to get a win, try to keep some little bit of momentum going here early in the season.
Absolutely. One team coming off a win, one coming off a loss, but they're both struggling a little bit here early in the season, so both of them are looking to definitely gain some momentum tonight and have a really good, solid performance out of their ball clubs. Well,
let's talk about the visiting Mustangs. They come in again at 1-2 on this, or I should say 1-1 in the season. They lost on the road at North Montgomery in their first game, 44-21, just could not get that offense going, and then they rebounded against Clinton Central. They won that one 48-42. What have you seen from them in the first two games?
Well, they only have two returning starters from last year's season, so they're a very inexperienced young team. And when talking to Coach Dean, they have a very small margin for victory in his opinion. So they like to control possessions, play slow tempo, limit possessions for the other team, and really, really grind on defense.
You know, you look at the 34.5 points per game, and you're not going to win a lot of games doing that. So, again, they got to find a way to pick up some offense, and Eli Foxworthy is the only player they have right now in double figures.
Yeah, he's the only guy they got averaging 16 a game. So hopefully Coach Dean can find some other players that can step up and fill that scoring role for the ball club.
And defensively, again, only giving up 43 per game, but that's only 2 games into the season. So Coach Dean has some work to do with his ball club, a young ball club trying to find their way here again tonight. Well, let's talk about Traders Point Christian. 1-2 on the season. They opened up with a loss to Providence Cristo Rey, 38-30. They beat Indiana Deaf, who, by the way, I did see earlier this year. They won that one 64-28 before losing to Frontier 56-39.
Yeah, these are two teams that play very differently. On the other side of the coin, Traders Point wants to play fast. They shoot the ball very quickly. They want to get it up and down the court. They'll pressure some in the full court to try to gain possessions, the opposite of how Fountain Central likes to play. So it's going to be a battle of wills tonight.
And they have 3 players that are in double figures after those first 3 games. So it's, at least from their standpoint, they got 3 players they can go to.
They got more options than what the Mustangs have for sure, Troy.
We'll talk a little bit about Cam Reese and Gage Fisher, both at 13 points per game. Quentin Jones averaging at 12, and they're going to do the majority of the scoring again here tonight.
Yeah, Reese is a guy that likes to get downhill and score close to the bucket. Jones can score at all 3 levels, and then the other kid's kind of more of a trash man. Fisher just kind of picks up the empty scraps.
Got to find a way to shoot the basketball better, though, Coach. You're only shooting at 37% coming in and only 22% from 3.
When they make shots, they're a different ball club, but that's every basketball team, unfortunately. But for them, they want to shoot the ball. They like those extra possessions because for them it's about quantity, not quality all the time.
All right. When we come back, we'll tip it off here from Traders Point Christian right here on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back once again to Traders Point High School as we're ready for the tip-off of this one here tonight. Tonight's game is a copyright production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN and the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. Here's how Fountain Central line up tonight. Eli Foxworthy will get a start. He's a 6'2 sophomore. He wears number 5. Gabe McCullum will start, a 5'8 senior wearing number 12. Skylar Hoagland is a 6'1 senior wearing number 14. Noah Dodson, a 6'2 junior, number 23. And Rylan Mayotte, a 6'5 senior wearing number 33. So from a size standpoint, they do have an advantage coming into this one here tonight. For Traders Point, they'll go with Jackson Jones, averaging at around 5.5 points per game. He'll wear number 3. Cam Reese, number 4, at 13 points per game. Gabe Fisher wearing number 5. He's at 6 rebounds, 13 points per contest. Quentin Jones, 12 points per game, will get the start. He wears number 11. And Josh Daffler, number 14, will get the start tonight as well. The Knights in their home white uniforms. Fountain Central in their traveling dark uniforms and ready to go in tonight's matchup. Later on, we'll get an opportunity to run down the latest USA Today high school basketball polls. When we get an opportunity, we'll make sure we pass that along here in a little bit. And the tip will go out of play, and let's see if they'll re-jump it right here. I think they're going to say it was last touch, though, by Traders Point. So Fountain Central had the basketball. Eli Foxworthy, you see the young man right there, as we mentioned, 16 points per game, and he's a very talented young player.
Yep. Traders Point comes out in their 1-2-2 zone. They run a lot of this. We'll see how Fountain Central reacts to it.
Three-pointer's going to be missed, and already an offensive rebound, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds, so that's another concern. If you're Traders Point, you got to find a way to get some rebounds here, especially when you got the size you see on the other side.
Coach Dean mentioned that in his pregame talk with me as well, that he felt like their size could really be a factor for them tonight.
So it will be Mustangs basketball. Another 3 is on the way, and that one is going to be missed as Hoagland can't get it to go, and another offensive rebound. This shot straight away is going to be missed again, and we have a battle for the rebound, and the jump ball will go over to Traders Point. So we now see already early that rebound is going to be a key.
Yeah, Mayotte's he's killing them in there on that first possession. The zone, although, is not allowing them to hold the ball though as much. They were pretty aggressive on that first possession, so we'll see if that changes as the game goes on.
So you see a man-to-man defense here by Fountain Central. This will be the first possession by Traders Point. And good look at Jackson Jones. Little floater down on the baseline is no good by Quentin Jones. We'll head the other way. So Fountain Central with their second offensive possession.
A little more methodic on this possession, Troy.
And against the zone as well. Skip pass in the corner. 3 is on the way and no good. As they continue to be cold, as that shot will be missed once again. And so they've had 2 go down and unfortunately can't get them to fall. So 6:39 remaining here in this opening period of play, and we will keep an eye on things as we go here tonight. The crowd, we got actually a 30-second timeout. And I want to remind you that tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in the state of Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give them a call at 317-849-0810. An early timeout here by Traders Point.
Yeah, I guess Coach Saget wasn't real happy with what he was seeing defensively on the defensive glass would be my guess. You know, they've got 5 offensive rebounds already in this first couple possessions of this game, so I'm sure he called that timeout to emphasize finishing every possession with a block out and a rebound.
Boy, we've seen so many games where if you don't get that offensive or get that rebound and the offensive team gets extra possessions, you're going to find yourself in big trouble throughout the entire night. So here we go. We are ready as the timeout is complete, and want to welcome you back at a turnover. That'll be the first turnover by Traders Point, and it will be Fountain Central basketball. That's lost out of bounds. McCollum almost loses it there, but it'll stay here with Fountain Central. .6:20 remaining, and still no score between these two teams here in this opening period of play.
Fountain Central's got to try to penetrate this zone a little bit. Right now, Troy, they're just checking up shots from the outside. There they go.
Do get an entry pass down low, but a shot is blocked as Dodson can't get it above his head, and we'll head the other way once again. Reese on the drive. Will receive it back in the corner. As that clock again continues to tick under 6 minutes, and we're waiting for our first point of the ball game. That ball's going to be blocked out of bounds. I think Foxworthy may have gotten the block shot. It'll stay here with the Knights. We've had some games this season, and both these teams right now, again, we've noticed they've had a difficult time scoring in their first couple of games, but we've had some games. There's a three in the corner, though, and our first bucket of the night, that's going to be Quentin Jones.
He's their best three-point shooter by far. Percentage, he takes the most, and he's the most accurate one they have. If they can get him going early, that's a great sign for the Knights.
I was about to say, we've had some games this year where it seems like the start of the games, all these teams have had a really difficult time just getting points on the board.
You don't know if it's nerves or just early in the season, just guys that don't have a lot of experience. Hard to tell.
Fountain Central basketball, Foxworthy on the drive. His pass on the lane, and unable to get the shot will be Noah Dodson.
I don't know if I'm Coach Dean and I got a guy averaging 16 points a game and he hadn't taken a shot yet. I think I'd be I'd be calling something to make sure to get the ball in his hands.
Reese misses it from three, and I think they're going to get Mayotte over the back on that one, so that'll be his first foul.
No, Troy, they're giving the ball to Fountain Central. I'm not sure what the call was there then. They said the guy undercut him, maybe boxing out. I don't know. Here's that full court press.
Well, that'll be a break there for Fountain Central. But they still haven't scored. There's a turnover by the Mustangs. And quickly underneath, turnaround shot by Jones. He has all five.
Right now it's Quentin Jones 5, Fountain Central nothing.
And we have another 30-second timeout right here. We're going to keep it here. And just to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. They can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Give them a call at 317-472-7600. Well, right now, this is a Fountain Central team just having a difficult time. I mean, we're talking about, 3 minutes in, and they still don't have a point on the board.
Yeah, they don't have a shot inside the three-point line, or if they do, they're a step in. They're not getting anything in the nail hole. They're not getting anything on the baseline. They're not getting nobody's driving in the gaps. They're just pitching around the outside and shooting it right now. They've got to add some elements to their offense to break this zone. 2-2-1 full court press here, Troy.
Fountain Central breaks that one easily. The drive to the basket and another block shot, this time Fisher getting Mayotte. Mayotte having a difficult time getting it inside, and here come the Knights once again.
Got a good look there. They broke the press pretty easy. Just got to finish it off.
Coming up on 4 minutes. This is Reese. Good look here at Jones and the kick out near side. This will be Jackson Jones. You have Quentin Jones and Jackson Jones, and we got a foul call. Looks like this may go against Gabe McCollum, and he'll pick up his first. Gabe is a 5'8 senior, and we will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Yeah, real good drive on the baseline there, and the guy the defender for the Mustangs just left his feet and made a bad play defensively.
Free throw is going to be missed, and we will stay at 5-0. And our first free throw, and we got some changes already now as Aiden Batchelor will come in, number 22. Levi Miller coming in also for Fountain Central. So a couple of early changes here, and they're trying to find the combination that's going to get them some points on the board. Second free throw is good, so Jones gets one of two, and now a 6-0 lead. There's that press once again. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touched, though, by number 3, Jackson Jones. Coming up on now the 4-minute mark. And we've gone under 4 now, and you're looking at a Fountain Central team has yet to score, and this zone defense is really giving them some problems as they continue to work it around the perimeter. That one in the corner. Here's a 3 on the way short. Another offensive rebound off the miss by Levi Miller.
Foxworthy was a little more aggressive that time, getting the ball into the paint. Now they're set. Now they're man-to-man. There they got a good set in there to their best player. Finally got an offensive look they wanted, Troy.
And Foxworthy gets his first bucket of the night, and that came at 3:22 to go here in this opening period of play. So we will tell you what, those people are going nuts over there, aren't they? Here's the free throw up and no good, and the rebound by Jackson Jones. So 6-2 your score here at Traders Point. Good look at Quentin Jones. As you see, Fountain Central will stay man-to-man. Jones once again on the wing. This will be Cam Reese with the basketball. Very patient offensively as we've made it into the 3-minute mark.
Defense is very aware of where Reese is. They're switching. They're coming out on him there. He got a nice look. Off of bounce, couldn't finish.
And high for the rebound there, Eli Foxworthy. So now Fountain Central a chance to cut into that 4-point deficit. Boy, if you feel like if you're Traders Point and you've held the other team to 2, you ought to be up by more than 4. The drive and the left-hand shot off the glass, and good, and we've got a whistle and a foul, and that'll be Noah Dodson getting on the board, and he'll go to the line.
Just there again, Troy, just penetrating that zone, getting the ball in there on the low block where they can take advantage of their size that they have and give themselves better opportunities to score.
Gage Fisher, by the way, picks up the foul, so he will go to the free throw line as the shot is way off the mark there by Dodson, and they will stay at 6-4 your score. 2:22 remaining here in this opening period of play.
Now they're full court press 2-2-1.
Try to up the ante a little bit here, as you said, with that press and a shot in the corner. The 3 is no good as Quentin Jones can't get it to go. He has 5 of the 6 points by Traders Point, and off the drive is Foxworthy.
Even though they didn't get a turnover off of that press, they got what they wanted. They got a really quick shot from the Knights, and they got the ball back where they can control it.
Ball goes out of bounds under 2 minutes remaining. It'll stay right here. Good crowd on hand here tonight as we got a whistle and looks like we got a foul out front. And that's going to go against Jackson Jones, and that'll be his first. By the way, every once in a while you hear that whistle, then the auxiliary gym that's just over to our left here got another game going there. Must be the freshman game.
Yeah, probably going at the same time, yeah. I'm surprised they can get 6 officials to work games one night, as hard as officials are to get these days.
That time, Batchelor, who's in the ball game, nearly lost it. That behind-the-back dribble nearly cost him a turnover.
Looks like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, Fountain Central.
Very patient.
Yeah, patience. But, boy, how patient can you be as Foxworthy drives and a pair of 5s going at each other. Think they may get Gage Fisher on the foul.
They called that on the floor, Troy, so that'll be under the basket.
So Fisher, I think, just picked up number 2. Got some more changes. We'll see Mayotte come back in. Big 33 now for Fountain Central. And looks like they're going to keep Gage Fisher in the ball game.
They put 13 in, Troy.
Ball loose at midcourt. That's Miller.
They're really picking up their pressure now.
And he stepped out of bounds. Right in front of the Knights bench. So a turnover by Fountain Central. And we're coming up on 1 minute remaining in the opening quarter. Cam Reese at the point. Shot is on the way and no good. As Momo unable to get it, that is Edgar Momo in the ball game wearing number 13. Here is Foxworthy. He gets hammered on the way up and will go to the line. Foxworthy 0 for 1. 49.8 seconds remaining. He'll have 2 right here.
Really aggressive move there by Foxworthy. He got in there, got in the middle in the paint, and all they could do was foul him.
By the way, with the foul on Josh Daffler. 3 points now by Foxworthy.
Unbelievable after that start that they can tie the game right here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really a situation there. Traders Point needed to take full advantage of that, and they were unable to.
They were unable to build even a double-digit lead.
Shot on the baseline, rolls off the rim, and the rebound by Momo will give them another opportunity, and then they turn it over. Double team in the backcourt and a reaching foul. I think they're going to get number 4, which is Cam Reese.
He called it on 13, Momo.
Oh, he did get Momo then. So take the 1 away from Reese. And Momo picks up his first. The number 4 he was pointing was Levi Miller, who is the shooter. They've already been to the free throw line. This will be what now? 6 times here in the opening quarter.
This will be their 6th free throw. They're 50% so far, which you want to see a little bit better than that if you're Coach Dean.
Well, that's 7 unanswered, if I'm not mistaken, right, by Fountain Central?
Been a game of runs so far in this quarter.
Yes. So Miller gets them both. See if Traders will play for the final shot of this opening quarter.
It would be in their best interest.
Momo with the basketball, looking underneath there to Fisher. Now to be Reese, gets the high screen. The drive, the shot is on the way and missed. Momo with the tip, and a foul will be called against Fountain Central.
Over the back there on 14.
So that'll be Hoagland on the foul.
Got to run something pretty quick here. You got 6 seconds, so whatever out-of-bounds play that Coach Saget wants to draw up here, it's got to be something where you can get off the shot pretty quickly.
You see Daffler here right in front of your screen as Reese will begin to drive, and a foul call. And I think they got Mayotte on that one.
Yeah, they got the matchup they wanted. Mayotte can't guard Reese that far from the basket, so that was really smart by Reese. Just take it right at him and draw that foul. But now they got 3 seconds.
The inbound. Momo to Reese. In the corner. Going to have to work quicker. They didn't even get the shot off, so they had 6.6 seconds. Could not get the shot off after 1. Fountain Central leads at 8-6.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents and everyone who works on the roads safe. Thanks for looking out for us.
This message is brought to you by your friends at Highway Safety Services. Stay safe, stay alert.
Back here at Traders Point, tonight's game brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermaker Local 374 to do the job right the first time. 8-6 after one, so I guess what we saw in the first couple of games is kind of accurate when you think about two teams that are struggling scoring.
Yeah, you saw that Fountain Central got off to a really, really slow start. Traders Point was able to score early, and then the tide flipped. And all of a sudden, Fountain Central was able to get their offense going, and Traders Point lost theirs. So just a game of runs there in that first quarter. We'll see. I think Fountain Central adjusted to Traders Point zone, kind of settled down and got the looks they wanted. Now Traders Point has to make the same adjustments in this quarter.
Quentin Jones led the way, Traders Point. He ended up with 5 of the 6 points in that opening quarter. Foxworthy had 4. This 3 is missed by Foxworthy. And another offensive rebound by Mayotte. Nice pass inside to Foxworthy, who lays it in.
Really nice pass. Really nice cut by Foxworthy to the rim.
So now it's a 10-6 lead, and that should have been a double dribble right there on Momo, but he got away with it as Reese, the step back. Just underway in period 2. The drive and the layup's going to be missed as Quentin Jones unable to connect on that one. Ten unanswered points put together here by Fountain Central, and now Traders Point unable to find any offense on their side of the floor. Let's see if Fountain Central can build on it. Here's Foxworthy on the drive. Once again, it'll be Hoagland. Big time turnover there. He's down in numbers as we head the other way. I think they're going to get the foul that time on Hoagland, and we'll go to the line here with Josh Daffler.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to comment about how patient they were being and controlling the ball, and then he threw it straight to 14.
So Daffler at the line. And by the way, with that foul on Hoagland, that is number 2 on him. And they still cannot score. They've been in a long drought. Back in the lineup will be Gabe McCallum.
I want to say it was probably, the 5-minute mark?
Yeah.
4.5 minutes in the first quarter since they've had a bucket. This free throw would be huge.
And he did get that one. So Daffler is on the board for the first time tonight. They've only had one player score any field goals. That is Quentin Jones. So it's a 3-point lead here for the Mustangs.
Traders Point's content to stay in their zone so far. We'll see if Coach Saget decides to switch anything up as the game goes on.
Foxworthy gets the basketball. He draws a crowd in that corner. The entry pass off the hands. That was Noah Dodson, who, if he makes the catch, can make a move from there, but unfortunately could not make the catch, and so a turnover there by Fountain Central. And here's that trap once again to slow things down for Traders Point. Reese will get it across the timeline. Nice pass to the inside. Bucket good. Nice play there. Gage Fisher able to get the point.
Now they pick up some pressure full court here. Try to speed them up a little bit.
And a turnover. Lazy pass there by Mayotte. As we go the other way, Reese will miss it, but will go to the line. That'll drive you nuts as a head coach when you see Rylan Mayotte just kind of throw the ball, and he's coming out of the game.
Yeah. That's very frustrating. You're just getting sped up, but you're doing exactly what they want you to do. You have to have composure. You have to stay calm when you're being pressed. You have to look down the floor, eyes up, and he just chucked the ball as fast as he got it like a hot potato, and obviously Coach Dean wasn't pleased with that.
So at the free throw line is Reese, and he will miss the front of 2.
First opportunity for Reese to get on the board here if he can knock in his second free throw.
Second shot here by Cam Reese. He's averaging around 13 points per game, and he will make the second.
They're going to continue to press. Why wouldn't they after that last possession? 23's got to turn and face forward, look up the court.
Yep. Here is Foxworthy. Skip past Foxworthy once again. Out front will be Miller. Nice pass underneath. Nothing there. The kick out Foxworthy for 3. Got the roll.
Great offensive possession. They worked the ball around, got the ball inside, found their best player for a wide open three.
So it's a 13-10 lead here for Fountain Central. Nice pass underneath, and Momo missed it. The offensive rebound and the turnaround shot by Fisher is no good. Here's Foxworthy.
Yeah, Fountain Central was pressuring there, and they just lost Momo on that back line, but he couldn't finish.
Coming up on 5 minutes remaining now here in this second quarter. The kick in the corner, Foxworthy, another three, missed it. Battle for the rebound, and eventually coming away with it will be Traders Point. In the corner, three is on the way, good, and he knew it as Quentin Jones hits his second three. He has 8.
Yeah, he likes that right corner three. That's the second one of those he's hit. He runs down there and sets his feet, and they find him.
Here's Foxworthy. Cut off in the lane and then turned it over. Here come the Knights once again. And Jones will find Reese. 15-footers on the way short. Rebounded there by Dodson.
That's Fountain Central's 4th turnover in the quarter after only 1 in the first. So Traders Point's made some adjustments here, speeding them up.
We were talking before the game. We've had some games this year where even the winning team would have 29 turnovers. That'll drive you nuts, though.
Oh, yeah. We've had several games this year where it's been both teams have had over 20.
How about that three by Levi Miller in the corner?
That's bonus points for Fountain Central right there. They got to love that.
Levi Miller, the 5'11 senior, now has 5. And we made it into the halfway mark of period number 2. In the lane was Fisher, had nowhere to go, gets it to Reese. Here is Jones again for 3 and got another one.
Can't lose him right now. He's hot. Coach Dean may have to make an adjustment how they're guarding him.
11 by Jones. We're tied at 16. Jones has 3 3-pointers as Fountain Central with the basketball. High pass and over the outstretched arms as Miller unable to get it, and another turnover there for the Mustangs.
And what we talk about, game of runs, right? And right now, here we go again. We're right back into where it's 16-16 tie game.
We continue to go back and forth in this very low-scoring first half. Well, let's see what the Knights can do right here. Cam Reese will generally work it at the point. Here's Daffler handing off now to Jones. His shot is on the way, missed, and they're going to get Jones on the rebound. He really gave it to Dodson on that rebound attempt there, but that'll be a foul on Jackson Jones.
That's probably the easiest call that guy's going to have tonight.
Exactly.
He just kind of ran in there and tackled him. I don't know if he just wanted to win aggressive for that offensive rebound, maybe just a little too aggressive.
That Jackson Jones for 2 fouls. He, along with Fisher for Traders Point, each with 2. Big fellow there just trying to get rid of the basketball.
Yeah,
a little nervous.
He doesn't look real comfortable in the center of their press offense, that's for sure.
Here is McCollum. Knights continue in that zone defense out beyond the 3-point line. Here is Foxworthy on the drive. He is shaky on that dribble once again. That's, I think, his second turnover.
Yep, it is. You're right. And I can tell you, in over 20 years of coaching, there wasn't a whole lot of guys I coached that were comfortable in the middle of that zone offense or press offense. So,
Pull-up shot is no good, and the rebound by Miller. So we come up on 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number 2. That is Foxworthy. Not a whole lot of movement by this offense right now.
No, they're pretty stagnant right now.
And another high pass goes out of bounds. They must think Levi Miller is 6'11", not 5'11".
I guess, Troy, that's the second one this quarter they've airmailed over top of his head. I mean, he didn't even have a chance.
No.
So I don't even understand the reason for throwing that pass. It should be a pocket pass if you're going to throw it because it should be for a shot.
So another costly turnover by Fountain Central, and it'll be Traders Point basketball. Under the 2-minute mark. This is Quentin Jones, who's had the hot hand tonight for the Knights. Reese driving down the lane, got nothing. Here's the spin in the lane. Shot is no good by Fisher, and coming away with it will be Nolan Acton, who's in the ball game now for Fountain Central. Clock down to 1:32 now.
See if they can have a better possession here.
No.
No is the answer.
Must be something about that sideline over there. They just keep throwing it to the crowd or something.
There's a magnet over there.
If I'm at that stage now, I'm going to set up on the other side. That side's not very good right now. 1:20 to go. The drive and the nice layup by Edgar Momo, who lays it in with the left hand.
What a strong drive by Momo. I mean, he got in there and he elevated and got that thing up on the glass, took the contact, and finished. Outstanding play.
Boy, he showed his athleticism
Yes,
right
he
there,
did.
didn't
He
he?
exploded off that wing, man. He got that ball in his hand and just exploded up and finished.
Chance now to give Traders a 3-point lead. He missed the free throw. And an offensive rebound, and we've got another foul. This time, Fisher will go to the line.
Free throw block out. Just drive you crazy as a coach. I mean, you're already in position. You know which guy you're boxing out. There's no movement. All you have to do is just get in position, put your body on him, and finish the play.
Fisher's first trip to the free throw line tonight. And they are struggling from the line. They've already missed, 5? I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4. They've already missed 5 free throws here in the first half.
And a 1-and-1. So when I was coaching, that's 6.
That's
I mean, it's just how you have to look at it.
That's right. Fisher gets the second. He has 3. 3-point lead. And we come up on a minute to go. Good look at Batchelor, who's back in the ballgame now for Fountain Central, the Mustangs.
He looked a little more comfortable in that press offense there. Hopefully that's an adjustment that'll help him.
Boy, almost another turnover right here for the Mustangs. We threw it right at the feet of Foxworthy, and that is another turnover.
No chance for Foxworthy. I mean, none. They're not trapping them super aggressively. I don't know why they're going so fast and getting so sped up.
Yeah, that's a really good question. That pass was right at Foxworthy. Maybe he thought he was a shortstop.
I mean, they've thrown 2 over his number 4's head, and they threw 1 at 5's feet. There's just no reason for it. Just unforced errors.
Coming up on 30. Here's Reese. Gets the high screen by Fisher. In the corner, the 3-point specialist tonight is Quentin Jones. He keeps running that baseline. Reese fires up a wild shot and missed it. And Batchelor comes away with it. Take that back 31. That's going to be Acton. And we're down to our final 10 seconds of this opening half. Foxworthy driving down the lane, threw up a shot. He thought he was fouled as he takes a look at the official. Seconds remaining. Here is Reese. 3-pointer on the way, no good. And that's going to do it for the first half of play. We went back and forth, each team getting a lead, and right now it's only a 3-point difference here at halftime. We'll come back. Your halftime report coming up in a few moments. It's Traders Point 19, Fountain Central 16 here on IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software and then move on. We're here to manage that whole life cycle of not only helping you procure the licensing, but then how do you manage and monitor those licenses over time? Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization, so we definitely work as a team from a sales, marketing, and delivery organization, along with our partner ecosystem to help deliver best-of-breed solutions for our partners and customers. Partners that sell IBM licensing a lot of times are very transactional oriented, and we're here to build relationships with customers, which I think is unique.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
High school basketball is brought to you in part by Passion to Care. They're delivering care with more than 24 years of experience as a prestige healthcare company. Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 317-537-1811. And by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation needs. They stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Give them a call at 317-396-1023. Before we check out the scoring, Kevin, the shooting numbers are telling us it should be 19-16 at the half.
Yeah, for sure. The Fountain Central Mustangs are 2 for 9 from 3 and 3 from 8 for 2 for overall 5 of 17 for 29%. And for Traders Point, 2 for 5 from 3, 4 of 26 from 2 for 19% from the field. So, yeah, those numbers will add up to 19-16.
And the one thing that you noticed about Fountain Central before we check out their scoring numbers, the careless turnovers they had, especially in that second quarter, you talked about it. You had the 2 throws there in the corner. They went way over the head of Miller. You had the throw here in the backcourt that ended up costing him an over and back, and they just got to clean that up.
Well, and that's why you see the difference in shot attempts with 17 for Fountain Central and 26 for Traders Point, because they're giving them all those extra possessions. I mean, right now the turnovers are 10-2. I mean, in favor of Traders Point, 10 for Fountain Central, 2 for Traders Point. So really what's kind of keeping the Mustangs in the game is the offensive rebounds. I mean, they have 6 offensive rebounds. They got 6 extra possessions there that's kind of helped, keep them to a 3-point game.
Yeah, and I tell you what, if I'm Fountain Central, I'm thinking if I'm looking at those turnovers and all of that, I'm only down by 3. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good then.
I think if you're Coach Dean, you feel like it's something you can clean up. You know, you can maybe put some guys in some different spots, kind of talk about your keys and how you want your press offense to look, maybe make some different changes or whatever. But, yeah, to be down 3 and to turn the ball over 9 times in a quarter is pretty lucky.
No doubt about it. Here's how Fountain Central, they were led by their leading scorer, Eli Foxworthy, with 9, Levi Miller with 5, and Noah Dodson finished with 2 for Traders Point. They were led by Quentin Jones. He had 11, 3 3-pointers in that first half. They had only 3 points by Fisher, 2 points by Momo, single point by Daffler, Reese, and Jackson Jones. And by the way, Reese averaging nearly 13 points per game, does not have a field goal in the first half, so they need to get him going in this second half. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Dynamark. If you're looking to elevate your brand, make sure you choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. They've been serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Give them a call at 317-328-2555. And by Highway Safety Services, you do what you do, we'll keep you safe doing it. For more information, contact Highway Safety Services at 765-446-1502. Second half action is coming up here on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Back once again here at Traders Point. You see it, a 3-point lead here at halftime. Kevin, the polls are out this week, rolling into the second week of the high school boys basketball season. Get your thoughts in 4A. Let's talk about the top 5 teams. Fishers, Greenfield Central, Carmel, Jeffersonville, and Lawrence North. Jeffersonville just lost their first game the other day, but really no big surprises in the top 5.
No, those are the teams you would expect to see, especially early in the year based off of last year's performance and the returning players that they had on their rosters. I mean, you would expect to see those names.
When you look at 3A, Crispus Attucks off to a good start. They are 5-0. Of course, they're going to play Fishers on Saturday. Should be a good one there. They're followed by South Bend St. Joseph, Guerin Catholic, Cathedral, and New Pal.
I think the surprise there is Guerin Catholic was as much as talented as they lost. To see them be 4-0, that's outstanding for that group. And then the other schools are the schools you expect to see. New Palestine finished strong last year, as well as the Cathedral and South Bend St. Joseph. So
and New Pal, by the way, plays Greenfield Central coming up
great one.
On Friday.
That'll be a rematch of the sectional.
Exactly.
This time with Greenfield Central's best player on the court.
That's right. That makes a big difference, doesn't it? In 2A, Wapahani is still undefeated. They are 3-0. They're number 1 in 2A. Then it's Park Heritage, Fort Wayne Lures, Gary 21st Century, and Tipton. All those teams undefeated.
Park Heritage beat a really, really good 4A Plainfield team and beat them pretty handily, and so that was an impressive win for them. And the other teams there, Tipton's always a powerhouse in 2A.
And we finally go down to Single A, Orleans, number 1, followed by Marquette Catholic, Christian Academy, Liberty Christian, and Indianapolis Lutheran. By the way, they're still looking to play their first game. They'll play Greenwood on Saturday, but they had that deep run in football.
Yeah, that's what football does for you, going to the state championship.
So we're ready here for the second half. Let's talk about, well, I think we know what needs to be done. And one of those is you got to shoot better, quit turning the ball over, and that's shoot better for Traders Point, quit turning it over for Fountain Central.
Yeah, and get on those defensive boards for Traders Point, too. That's the other piece for them. I think you hit all the other keys.
So here we go. As Traders Point will have the basketball to begin this third quarter. Don't forget, after the game tonight, we'll have the Morales Group post-game show, followed by the Piper Logistics Player of the Game. Kevin will be bringing you the player of the game. That way, as I said earlier, he gets all the hate email. You don't get hate mail anymore. It's hate email.
Yeah.
Faster way to do it.
Yeah, or social media, whether the kids do. I don't know. post something about you negative, right?
That's right.
Or whatever they do.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay here with Traders Point, trying to get their second win of the year, as is Fountain Central. Now they'll open up man-to-man here for the Mustangs. Here is Reese. The pull-up shot is no good, and the long rebound run down there by Dodson.
You'll take that shot, though, if you're Coach Sackett. That's their leading scorer, getting to a spot on the floor where he likes to score, shoot the ball, so he's just got to finish it.
You know, you're going to hear me, and I know you and I have worked together before. That was mid-range jumper, at least what I would consider mid-range jumper, and you just don't see that much anymore.
No, but that's Cam Reese's game. I mean, that's what he does. He gets the ball into the elbow in there, and he pulls up, jumper, or he'll get the ball to the basket. He doesn't take a ton of threes.
Hey, guess what? That was another turnover there by Fountain Central.
Unfortunately, it was.
So once again, Traders with the basketball, trying to build on a 3-point lead. We're a minute gone, still no scoring in this quarter. They're making my stat sheet look really clean, though, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
Good look there at Daffler. Boy, Daffler has a mismatch speed-wise there as the floater and the baseline is no good. He took it by Mayotte.
They called a foul. I'm not sure. They called it on Traders Point. We'll have to wait and see what the referee signals here. 14.
Yeah, so they're going to get Daffler. After the missed shot, he went for the rebound and got him on the push. So Traders will give it right back.
Interesting, no press from Traders Point. That surprises me with how much success they had in the second quarter, speeding them up and turning them over. But it's hard to play 4 quarters that way, too, so that doesn't mean Coach Sackett won't come back to it.
They will stay in that zone. Here's a shot in the corner, and that's going to be Foxworthy.
Really nice set for Foxworthy. He got his feet set in that corner and knocked it in.
Foxworthy now with 12. We mentioned coming in averaging 16 per game. And we're tied once again. Little weave action put together here by Traders. And that ball bounced on the floor. Turnover by the Knights. Foxworthy. The 3 is on the way from the other side. He gets 2 in a row.
What a start for Fountain Central. Their best player knocks in 2 threes to start the third quarter.
He had only 1 3-pointer in the entire first half. He has 2 now here in the third, and it's a 6-0 run by Fountain Central.
Game of runs, Troy, right? It's been that way all game long so far.
Certainly has. Here's Reese. Just inside the 3-point line, nailed that one. There you go.
Yep. I said it's his game. I've seen Traders Point several times with Reese on the court, and that's his game. He likes to get right to that elbow extended, and shoot that shot.
Back to a 1-point lead. One thing for sure, when you look at these two offenses right now, I think when you're struggling scoring, you're trying to be patient as much as you can, find a good shot. So I think there's a fine line between being patient and when you can get a good look, as Foxworthy again just barely misses that one.
I agree with you, Troy. That's especially when you're turning the ball over as much as Fountain Central. It's hard to be patient.
3 back the other way is long by Quentin Jones. He had 3 threes in the first half as that ball goes out of bounds.
I coach teams that struggle with ball handling, and I would always say, boys, let's take the first good shot we got before we turn it over. I mean, some teams can play that way, very deliberate. They got good ball handling. They got kids that have high basketball IQ, but if you don't, you just take the first good one you can get.
Once again, here is a 3 back the other way now. I don't think that is exactly what they're looking for.
That doesn't fit in the category I was speaking about, Troy. No, 3 feet behind the line from your center is not the first good one you can get, I don't think.
I would have loved to have seen your reaction, though.
You saw it on my face here. You can imagine what it would have been like on the court.
Oh. Well, Mayotte had that pass in the first quarter that was just not a whole lot of effort into that pass, and it got him benched for a little bit. As you see, the drive, and they're going to say it was partially blocked. The shot there by Quentin Jones, missed by Momo on the return. We head back the other way. Foxworthy has it blocked.
They didn't stop the ball there at all. They got lucky. They got lucky that he missed that shot.
Reese double-teamed on the sideline. They'll kick it out. Here's another 3 on the way, this time from the right side by Quentin Jones.
You let him get his feet set like that on that wing, and he can be deadly from there.
Traders now leads it by 2. Well, Foxworthy thought about it right there, quickly pulls it back out.
Not so sure it wasn't the right idea when you watch him try to handle it with the pressure and stuff. There's a call. He was getting bumped. That's a good call.
Yeah, you got Momo first, bumped him, and then it was Cam Reese. So Reese picks up the foul and will take it out on the sideline as we have made it under the halfway point here in the third. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Do your part, good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we don't play.
That's why I was talking earlier about having these 2 games going at once in the auxiliary gym.
Oh, man.
6 officials in one venue. These days, that's hard to do. I know from talking to athletic directors, they have a hard time scheduling these games.
They do. Yeah, you have so many officials, that one nearly thrown away. Working on a single night, it's hard to find somebody, especially if you look for them late.
Absolutely, for sure it is. Let's see, they're trying to be patient and deliberate here. Hopefully they can do it without making a mistake with the ball.
Well, so far they've been able to hold on to it until we got a foul call here, or it's going to be an offensive foul, an illegal screen.
That's Mayotte again. It's Mayotte again. Went in there and just didn't set his feet and knocked the kid down.
Big fella's going to have a seat, though.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a football player to me,
I was
though.
getting ready to say, does Fountain Central have football? I honestly
I don't know
the answer to that question. These small 1A schools, some of them do and some of them don't. You know, it's hard to tell.
That's right. Ball loose on the floor, turnover by Traders Point. Fast break back the other way. Drive and a block shot. Great job by Fisher. And we head back the other way and a layup at the other end. Good job by Daffler.
Well, they're letting them play on these breaks, man. They could have called fouls on both of those plays, I thought, but they're letting them play, be aggressive.
Here's Foxworthy.
Another run by Traders Point. They're up 4.
Boy, he had that ball stripped away, another turnover, and we'll go the other way again as they run the floor, and Daffler will be fouled.
I don't think Foxworthy was fouled there, to be honest with you, Troy. I think they just took it from him. They just got their hands in there on it. He brought the ball down where they could get to it. He's just got to keep that thing under his chin and be more physical.
I agree with you because a couple of times you've seen him do that, bring the ball down too low. So here's Daffler at the line. He's 1 for 2, but before we do that, we'll take a timeout. 26-22 Traders Point.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
High school basketball brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Give him a call for more coverage at 317-894-7000. And by the way, we learned that, was it Noah Dodson got a verbal warning? Apparently may have said something he shouldn't have said.
My guess, probably for taunting or something. Yeah, they were getting up and down. There were several possessions, went back and forth, and I kind of mentioned it, earlier in the broadcast. There was some physical play there that they kind of let go, and he probably had a comment.
Boy, the free throws for Traders Point, they have not been kind to them tonight either.
They've struggled, and they've gotten a lot of them, too.
Second one by Daffler is good. So he is 2 for 4 from the line. It's now a 5-point lead now for Traders Point. And a strip. And Momo will be fouled on the way up, but he's the one that got the steal and another turnover there for Fountain Central.
I'm actually fine with that foul. I mean, he at least make him earn him at the free throw line. I mean, because he had a wide open layup, so 12 made the right call there. McCullough made the right call to go in there and just foul him hard and not let him get the ball up.
I'm going to check how many free throws that Traders has missed. They'd have a bigger lead if they had hit these free throws. I remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 misses.
Does that include the one he just missed?
Yes.
Okay, 7 misses.
Second one is good, by the way. That last foul called on McCollum. That'll be his second. So Momo gets the second. He's now 1 for 3 from the line. And right now, Fountain Central just kind of that offense struggling again.
If it's not Foxworthy, it's not really happening right now.
That's right. He has 15 of their 22 points.
There's a good drive.
A great drive. But you miss the easy layup as Miller can't make it. Here's Foxworthy again in the corner, missed it. High for the rebound, Fisher.
Those just drive you crazy as a coach. You make a great move. You got a wide open layup finish, son.
Maybe he was too wide open.
May have been.
Here's Reese. Under 2 minutes to go. Here in the third. And Levi Miller able to knock that one away, intended there for Reese.
It's a good hustle play there by Ford Miller. I mean, they're still only down 2 possessions, Troy. I mean, they haven't scored in a while, and it feels like it should be 12 to 15 based on the amount of free throws the Trader Points shot and the possessions they've had, but they're still hanging in. 2 possessions down.
Momo with the basketball. Bad pass stolen away by Miller, and Miller this time will make sure he lays it in. He has 7. Between he and Foxworthy, they have all but 2 points.
Yeah. It's been their offense tonight for the Mustangs.
Baseline drive by Jones, and it will be a blocking foul, I believe. I think they got Levi Miller.
If you say so.
Hope they're going to say it's Foxworthy instead. So take it away from Miller, give it to Foxworthy, only his first. Here is the 3 in the corner, good by Quentin Jones.
They ran that little shooter play to Jones in the corner, and he made it.
17 now by Jones. Now it's a 7-point lead with 60 seconds to go in the third.
This is the biggest lead of the game, Troy, for either team.
Entry pass, shot on the way. It was kind of ugly there by Dodson, but he almost got it to go.
There wasn't a blue jersey in the paint when that shot went up. That's not a good sign for the Mustangs.
Here is Jones, 40 seconds remaining. The entry pass, the triple team down low against Fisher, and then Jones fires and misses it. Momo with the offensive rebound, and are they going to get him for the foul here?
Yeah, they did. It's the right call. That kid was set, and he just lowered his shoulder and ran right over him. I don't think I'm too mad about that if I'm Coach Saget. It's a good, strong, aggressive play. He just got caught.
Momo picks up his second. If Momo, I don't know what his size is. He's probably, about 6'1" or so? Imagine if he were about 6'6".
Yeah, he's put together. And he's athletic. And with the way these fouls go resetting every quarter, as a coach, you don't get worried about those as much anymore like we used to.
Yeah, that's right. Coming up on 20, Fountain Central trails it by 7.
Foxworthy's working hard.
Came off that screen, forces up the shot, missed it, rebounded by Quentin Jones. Might have been a little bit quick on the trigger.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good look.
Jones back outside now to Daffler. Back down low. Turnaround shot good by Fisher.
Great offense by Traders Point right there on that last possession.
And the last shot off the backboard will head to the fourth quarter. Traders now leads it by 9.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here at Traders Point, 33-24. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. Delicious food, excellent service. Great place to go watch games this coming weekend and enjoy the excellent food they have there. We always say excellent food. We don't get a chance to really know it that much because when Keith Myers goes, he eats all the food. We don't ever get a chance to eat. So
That was Troy who said that.
we're hoping one day that he'll take us back there. And
I thought you were making a reference to his wallet, or his
Well-
arm being too short to reach his wallet.
Well, that's partly true, too,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I'll tell you about sometimes he takes you somewhere out of the there's going to be a traveling
Jeez.
call and a good call there as McCollum got caught dragging that
Just
pivot
picked
foot.
his dribble up with one foot on either side of the 10-second line.
Keep coming.
I mean, that's coach. That's just, man. It's just a brain fart. He knows that. He knows the game better than that. But
Yeah.
You just got to think your way through it a little better. Those are just crazy turnovers, just self-inflicted. Just takes all your momentum.
Little give and go, and it almost turned over. In the corner, here's another three on the way. Good. It'll be Daffler.
They have found their offense in the second half.
They've outscored Fountain Central now 17-7 in this second half alone. They're going to have to get Foxworthy going again. He had 2 threes quickly in that third and hasn't scored since. In the lane, nothing there. Down low, Foxworthy got trapped underneath the basket. Defense continues to chase, but so far Fountain Central unable to find a shot.
You're playing deliberate, and you're down 12 points, and then you throw the ball and it hits your manager on the bench. That's a rough possession.
So another turnover by the Mustangs. Now, if you're on the Traders Point side here, you got a 12-point lead, 7 minutes to go. And again, we've seen a lot of runs here. What do you want to see them do?
Just take quality shots. That's the thing. Just take quality shots. They're not designed to play slow. They're not going to play slow and deliberate. That's not how they play. But they can still don't force bad shots, right? Work the ball. Don't turn the ball over, which we just saw, and and have quality shots.
Yeah, Fisher put that ball on the floor instead of holding it high and chinning it. Here's a three on the way. That's going to be missed by Dodson. Here's McCollum with the basketball. So another chance here for the Mustangs. The drive by Miller and got it to go.
They got to put some defensive stops together here now to get back in this game. They can't trade buckets.
Daffler with the basketball will swing it left side now to Jackson Jones. Baseline drive, wide open in the corner. Open three is on the way and good by Jackson Jones.
Yeah, it's just what I was talking about, right? Play their game. That's what they're going to do. They're going to shoot a lot of threes. They're going to shoot the ball quick, but make sure they're good, open, quality shots.
Now a 13-point lead. Foxworthy been kind of quiet here since those 2 early threes. There's going to be a block shot. Nope, they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Fisher.
He works so hard to score, Troy. I mean, he just looks like he's tired to me a little bit. You know, he doesn't come out of the game, and he has to work so hard to get the ball to help his team. And right now, he just looks like he's a little tired.
Dodson at the line. First free throw by the lefty is up and good. Now 1 of 2 from the line. Lead cut now to 12. Fisher, by the way, with that last foul has 3. He's the only player in foul trouble really now for Traders Point, but they still hold a 12-point lead after the second free throw is missed as that ball is tipped out of bounds by Fountain Central. In a reminder, after the game, we'll have the Morales Group post-game show, followed by the Piper Logistics Player of the Game. There's Reese down low, can't get it to go. He had a good look.
Yeah, he did. He had a really good look off that out of bounds play underneath. Just got to finish it.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Reese hustling back on defense as McCollum trying to get the ball up the floor. Here's Foxworthy. Foxworthy driving down the lane, and he had it blocked out of his hand once again.
That was clean, too. They just went up there and got a hold of the ball.
Now, wouldn't that be a situation there for Foxworthy, as here's a shot in the corner and another three attempt by Jones and an offensive rebound by Jackson. And he's going to get it back. Jones says, I'll try it again, and missed another one. But it's about ready to say for somebody like Foxworthy, as you see the drive on the baseline is good by Levi Miller, is try maybe instead of driving into the lane, why don't you just pull up and shoot maybe a 12 or 13-footer. Right?
I agree. Full timeout here, Troy.
10-point lead by Traders. Big play here for Mount Vernon. Ertl looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen. Skip pass. Mays with three. Mays drive. Floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like more information or to volunteer, give them a call at 317-686-6239. Coming up on the 4:40 mark, and a turnover by Traders Point. Back the other way we go, and hustling back and knocking it out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch, though, by Fountain Central.
You saw Fountain Central extend their pressure there. They got to, right? Down 10 with 4 minutes to go, and they got the turnover. They just couldn't execute on the offensive end.
That is Foxworthy. Probably their best defensive player they have, and plus he has some long arms to try to get a steal out front. Here is Reese. His shot on the way good.
Got right to that elbow again. He's deadly there, especially on that left elbow, being left-handed. He likes that shot.
Cam Reese now with 5. Mentioned you averaging around 13 coming in. 41-29 your score. Now we're at the halfway point. Attaway to split the two defenders, and the layup good. Nice job that time by Hoagland.
Yeah, it was a really nice move by Hoagland. As you said, Troy, split those two defenders, got the ball up on the glass, and got it in.
Hoagland gets his first 2, by the way. The drive by Reese, or take that back by Jones down on the baseline. Here's a little runner, and can't get the shot to fall. Fisher.
Mustangs can get it to single digits here.
Yeah, this would be big now for Fountain Central, but they're going to have to hurry. Foxworthy with the basketball. Trying to get some separation between him and Jackson Jones. And here's one thing you can't do is take a whole lot of time on each possession. And a turnover there by Levi Miller.
Yep, called him for carrying the basketball.
So a costly turnover by Fountain Central. The Mustangs still down by 10.
If they're going to get back in this game, they can't keep turning the ball over like that. They got to make sure they get shots every possession.
So now let's see if Traders will run some clock right here, as you said earlier in the first half. Just get some quality looks as the runner is good.
Oh, they called a charge, Troy.
Oh, wow. So take it away from Jackson Jones. That might have been the one that put a little dagger in him right there.
Yeah. You'll be fine with that if you're Coach Saget and Traders Point. I mean, he took it right in there. It's a good quality shot. They just kid was there, beamed to the spot.
So the press will be put on here by Traders Point.
I was wondering when they were going to come back to this.
And, boy, I tell you what, that's a careless turnover there. Hoagland just turned and stepped out of bounds.
He did. Didn't know where he was at on the court. He just turned and stepped on the line.
Wow.
I can bet you'll see more of that press as we end this game.
Daffler is in. Momo will sit down. Boy, you don't see that very often at the varsity level where a player doesn't know where he's at on the floor like that.
He didn't. He didn't know how close to the sideline he was.
Ball tipped and stolen away. And an up and under, and Reese gets the block shot of Foxworthy after he had that nice steal. Back the other way we go. In the lane, shot is up and no good, in and out for Jones. He wasn't far enough back, though.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, got too close to the basket.
That's right. 10-point lead as Beach team now struggling to get points on the board.
This pressure's bothering both teams a little bit.
There are times, though, when you look at Fountain Central, just like that last play at the top where Foxworthy was going toward the left side, and he starts to pass it, but nobody was there. Yeah. And so their offense just isn't gelling right now.
Nope, it's not gelling. Guys aren't in the right spots. I don't know if that's lack of experience or just focus or what.
McCallum missed the three. Here's another baseline shot. That's in and out by Dodson, and they can't buy a bucket.
Good news for them. They just keep getting possessions with those offensive rebounds, but it's 10 points with 2 minutes to go. They got to start scoring some baskets.
Neither one of these two teams, when we started the broadcast, shooting very well on the season. As Foxworthy, this time he's going to get fouled and go to the line. But neither team really shooting it well. If you're struggling shooting, what is your best advice for the team to say, listen, we got to find a way to make this work, but we're not getting the shots to fall?
It just depends. It depends on why they're not falling. You know, I mean, if you're getting wide open shots and your kids aren't making them, then you just got to work through that in practice. You just got to, that's repetition. But if it's because you're taking bad shots, then it's film. You know, then you're going to go in and talk about it, watch it, say this is why we're shooting poorly.
Right.
It's not because we're not getting good. It's because you guys are taking bad shots. So it just kind of depends as a coach as what's leading to that percentage.
Boy, and Foxworthy missed both free throws, but then the rebound put back by Miller is no good.
There's a lid on that basket, Troy.
Wow. And we continue to see missed free throws being a key tonight, now both ways. As the clock down to a minute 21. Yeah, not only did they miss the 2 free throws, you had a wide open look there pretty much for Miller, and he couldn't deliver. Reese got the defender in the air. Pull-up shot good. Cam Reese now with 7.
That probably was the one that'll do it.
Yep. 14-point lead with 60 seconds to go. Things stay this way. Fountain Central will fall to 1-2 on the year as Foxworthy drives and a foul call. May have gotten a number 5 Fisher. But Foxworthy back to the line where he tonight is only 2 for 5. Boy, he continues to struggle there.
Yeah, he does. Legs maybe a little bit, you know, like we talked about, just all the running he has to do and to get open. Like he runs that baseline, they're constantly running stuff for him to get him open shots. So could just be a little fatigue.
I'm going to call the block there on Foxworthy. Well, I don't think he's even come out of the game.
No, he hasn't. He's played the entire game. And, I mean, you can see why. I mean, they don't have a lot of offensive options.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Highway Safety Services. You do what you do. We'll keep you safe doing it. Give them a call at 765-446-1502. We'll take a timeout, 43-32.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline,
It's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot? It's not a game.
Back once again, 43-32 is your score with 46.6 remaining. The Knights called the timeout. They're anticipating more pressure here and perhaps some fouls late in the game, but Fountain Central going to have to make this count here in the last 37 seconds, and that'll be a foul call against McCollum. That'll be his third.
I think if you're Coach Dean, you just want to see your kids play hard all the way to the buzzer, right? You know what the score is, you know what the time is, but you play every possession just like it's a one-point or tie game.
So off the inbound, Traders Point basketball. They lost it, the turnover there by Jackson Jones, and the lead pass to Miller, and he almost lost it on the baseline. It'll stay here.
And that turnover is a function of what I was talking about earlier, Troy. Teams that don't play possession basketball, that don't play like that, it's very difficult for them to do that. I think if I'm Coach Saget, I just keep playing. Just play. Don't. If you get a shot, shoot it. You're up. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a 4-point game. You know, you're up enough. Just play your game.
Well, there's another costly turnover, really an unforced error there again by Fountain Central.
Story of the game for the Mustangs.
Yeah, they've seen some turnovers that you just kind of shake your head about a little bit, and then there's a bad pass the other way. Foxworthy will drive and score. That's his first basket in the fourth quarter. As we're down to our final 4 seconds remaining in this one, and they will go ahead and run this out, and it is over. Your final score, Traders Point wins it 43-34. We'll come back with the Morales Group postgame show next on IndianaSRN.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You know, obviously, Traders.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as
Thinking about what to do after high school?
Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Bertner Electric Incorporated is fully licensed and bonded electrical contractor for your protection. Our electricians are available 24/7 for service calls and specialize in electrical service and storm damage repair. For more information, give us a call today.
Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Tonight's postgame show is brought to you in part by Morales Group, building better futures one store at a time. Whether you're looking to start a new career or grow your team with exceptional talent, the Morales Group is here to help you succeed. Well, Coach, no doubt about it, it was a game of back and forth until that fourth quarter where Traders Point kind of took over from there. But it was that 14-7 third quarter that kind of made the difference there for Traders Point.
Yeah, in the second half, it just got away from Fountain Central. Their turnovers just didn't allow them to give them enough possessions to score enough points to be competitive. And then Traders Point really found a really nice flow offensively and was able to use their defense to turn that into offense, and then they just created a gap that the Fountain Central wasn't able to overcome.
And again, with all those turnovers, Fountain Central falls to 1-2. They were led by Eli Foxworthy with 18, but you said something that made a lot of sense about that. I think he was just tired by the end of that game.
Yeah, when you're doing almost all the ball handling, you're guarding the other team's best player. You're running hard on all those sets they run for him. He's cutting hard. He ran out of juice there at the end.
He had 18, and Levi Miller had 11. The two players in double figures for Fountain Central. Let's go to Traders Point now. And again, they didn't look great tonight. They had some miscues here and there, but once they got the shooting going, especially in that third quarter, actually second and third quarters, they started to really look like a different team.
Yeah, they got in the flow there in the second and third quarter, and they were able to score the ball much more effectively. And then in the fourth quarter, that score is kind of not indicative really of how they were playing because they held the ball there for the last 2.5 minutes or attempted to hold the ball. So that kind of reduced their scoring a little bit.
All right, tonight's player of the game is presented by Piper Logistics. From warehousing to transportation, Piper Logistics delivers solutions that keep you on the move. With efficiency and reliability, Piper Logistics will get the job done. Coach, who is the player of the game?
The player of the game tonight, Troy, is Traders Point's Quentin Jones with 5 3-point field goals and 17 total points. He really was the difference when we talked about that offense kind of taking off and beginning to get into sync, and Jones was the catalyst for that happening.
No doubt about it. So congratulations again to Quentin Jones, the Piper Logistics player of the game. Want to remind you there are plenty of good games coming up here on IndianaSRN. Don't forget, coming up on Friday night, we'll have a boys matchup. Pendleton Heights will be on the road at Mount Vernon. College basketball on Saturdays. Anderson plays at Rose-Hulman. We'll also have a boys and girls doubleheader. Cecina will be at Covenant Christian for those two games beginning at 5:30. And we'll also have Eminence and Providence Cristo Rey. That's a boys game on Saturday. Then, of course, next week we'll have Pendleton Heights at Garin Catholic on the 17th of December. That'll be a boys contest. And also on the 17th, Horizon Christian will be at Traders Point. We'll be back here again on the 17th for a boys contest. That will do it for tonight's contest. I want to thank our entire crew. Great job as always, and thank you for watching tonight's high school game of the week. Traders Point wins it by a final of 43-34.
Game check at that point with all that driving. Yeah. I mean, I guess he was driving, so he was paying for the gas. But if you're doing it yourself,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it'd been too much. I was just like, man, so we got to figure that out.
I don't know. Just talk. You might just run it past him.
Yeah, I will.
Just say, hey, Kevin mentioned we were sitting there talking. He mentioned you said something about him and Clark with some of those Seymour games, and I'm kind of tired of driving down there. What do you think? What do you think?
I'll be glad to trade those out.
Why don't you? What do you think? Maybe Troy, maybe let them work a couple, or Keith, maybe let them work a couple.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't care. Don't matter to me. Just make it easier on you guys. Game's a game, a game.
Yeah, but
for you, that's a long way. I get it. I get it. That's a long trip for you guys.
It is.
Tom, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Troy,
thanks, guys.
We'll see you a couple
Are
weeks.
you related to the sports writer down in Spencer, Indiana? There's a sports writer named Coons.
But I lived in Spencer for a long time. In fact, my kids, both my girls graduated from Moon Valley.
Okay, all right.
But I'm not related to them.
Okay, all right.
Isn't that weird? I mean, not very people from that small little place, but no.
Yeah. All right, just curious.
I think you're glad we didn't trade games because they're still talking.
I know, man. You're still talking.
Very glad. See you, man. Take care.
So, what do I do now? What do I do now? After the broadcast is over, end of game. Close rotating, run 3 crack, right? Yeah, okay.
cord I left there for the internet, but I don't want to open up the door and start rolling out the cord and stuff.
So then,
Thank you, sir.
you're welcome, buddy. Good to see you, Troy.
You too. Take care.
All right.